you won't be able to do without this model anymore. But first, welcome back to the Macrè Bag YouTube channel. I'm Martina, and today I'll show you how to make the Malia bag. It's a very cute handbag, super spacious, and it stays quite sturdy. It was made by carefully creating this oval-shaped base using some special stitches right here to form this corner, the basket stitch, and then attaching these two handles. To make it, we used 2 balls of prime ribbon yarn in this lovely and vibrant fuchsia color. Of course, you'll find many other beautiful shades that are just perfect for this summer season, so you can pick the one you like best. We worked the entire piece with a size 9 crochet hook, which is ideal for this type of yarn. You can find everything you need on our online shop, macrebag.it, where you can buy this yarn and many other accessories designed for your crochet bags. Let's start the actual tutorial now. As always, I'll explain how to do it while my mom shows you all the steps of the process. I also want to remind you to follow us on our social media. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook as macrè.bag, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Ring the bell if you want to receive notifications for all our upcoming video tutorials. So let's get started now, and I'll see you at the end of the video.
Let's take crochet hook number 9 and our prime ribbon yarn, and as always, let's start by making a slip knot. I wrap the yarn like this and pull it through, then continue with 14 chain stitches. If you also count the initial slip knot, there are a total of 15. Here is the total number of our chain stitches. Now we're going to do something special to try to hide the little holes at the base, so instead of inserting into a single chain stitch. This way, as always, we skip the very first one, turn the hook, look for the chain stitch, and insert here, turn it well like this so you can see, into this loop here at the back. So here we make single crochets. I insert the hook into the first one, yarn over and pull through the loop, then wrap the yarn over your hook again and pull through to close. Again, I insert into the next one, like this, through the loops and close. In this way, I make these single crochets. By doing this, as you'll see later, the bottom of the bag won't have those little holes that aren't very nice to look at. Now let's continue. We'll show you how to work the last stitch as well, which is the final loop. We've reached the last stitch. The result so far is this, which is already much tighter. Now we have our loop and we work inside it. 3 single crochets, so insert the hook, hold the shorter yarn well this tail, otherwise it tends to come undone. Let's make the first single crochet, another single crochet inside, like this, and one last one. We had already made the first 3 stitches, and now we are basically going right into the foundation chains. We need to go back the other way. So I will insert my hook here into these next stitches, making sure that I am picking up both of the loops to keep it secure. You see both of them. So I insert the hook right inside of this specific stitch. I also carefully position the yarn tail right on top to secure it firmly and to fasten it down properly. The same way, but in front like this, making these single stitches until you reach the last stitch. Here it is on the other side. This is the first round of our base. And here simply the last stitch needs to be worked twice, making 2 single crochets. The first one and another one. Close the round by making a slip stitch, so I insert into these first 2 loops. Chain. Now pull the yarn all the way through and close the entire round. And right here we have finished this round. Now let's start the second round. First of all, let's make a chain to raise the work. Now I need to go back into the stitch we just worked here. So I insert the hook into the space and make a single crochet. It stretches a bit and I close. Now let's continue on. And I will go back into this same stitch again to make a second one. And here we've made the first stitch. Let's add a stitch marker to this side so we know which is the starting side of our base. Now let's continue making single crochets, picking up both loops that we find as we insert the hook into each stitch all the way to the other end, We stop when we reach the 3 increases from the previous round. Here we are where the 3 increases are, 1, 2, and 3. And here we need to make more increases, so I insert the hook into this loop. In the first one, I make a single crochet, then I go back in and make a second one. I need to do 2, 2, and 2. So 2 increases in each of the 3 stitches. Then, once these are done, we continue until the last 2 stitches of the round. There too we'll need to make increases, but we'll show you at the other end. Got it? We've left the last 2 stitches, and here we make 2 single crochets in the first one and another 2 single crochets in the second one. Step 2, in that very last stitch of the row, I am going to make another 2 single crochets. And now we can close the round by going directly into these first loops here and making a slip stitch to finish it off. And with this, we've finished the second round. Now let's do the third and final round of the base. So a chain to raise the work, and I go in again in the stitch where we worked the slip stitch. The single crochet is closed. Now I go into the next stitch. And I am going to make a single crochet stitch first. Then I will go back in again and make another one right there. Now I continue with single crochets until I reach the other end, and I stop where I find the increases from the previous round. These two, you see these 2 stitches inside the single one. If you want to make it easier, you can also add a marker. That way you can see better. And once you get here, you see the 2 stitches. I need to go into this stitch twice, so I make a first single crochet, then a second one. And now we will do a single stitch. And here, 2 more. Basically, I need to alternate 2 stitches in one, then a single one for 3 times. So here's the double, now again another single, and here 2, so basically 3 pairs. 1. And so we make another one and keep going, and now we continue with the single stitches, doing the same thing on the other side. Side 15. We stop when we find the increases from the previous round. And here too, where there are 2 stitches worked into the same one, we make 2 single crochets, 1, 2, then a single one. And in the last stitch, we make 2 single crochets, one and another. In here we make 4. Basically, because the other stitch after this was made at the beginning of the round, so now I close with a slip stitch. And now we have finished building our base, and this is the final result. Now let's make a complete round of slip stitches in the back loop only. This way we'll create the corner that will form the body of the bag and distinguish the base from the rest. So now I basically need to insert the hook into this V, the same one where we made the slip stitch. So I carefully insert the crochet hook inside and grab only the outer loop of the stitch. Then I yarn over the hook, pull the yarn through that loop, and finally close both of the loops together. In this exact way, I will continue working along the edge. And here we basically need to make a complete round of these special slip stitches all the way back to the start. You see, just pick up the outer loop by inserting the hook inside and then close both loops together. Now let's carefully make the very last stitch. So we go right in here through the back loop and then close it up with a final slip stitch. Here you can see the result. For now, this is it. This has created a very nice little cord that we want to keep, so now we need to make 2 rounds of simple single crochet stitches. But if we carefully work our way into these stitches, the cord completely vanishes from sight. So you can't see it anymore, and it's not a very aesthetically pleasing result. So we don't pick up these loops here, we don't go inside, but instead we turn inward and pick up only this inner loop. This way, the cord that was created stays visible. So I insert the crochet hook. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over again, and close 2 loops. That's a single crochet, and again in the next one. Yes, it's a single crochet, and we continue the whole round this way. So pick up the loop that's just inside and keep going. Let's show how to proceed. We've finished this round, and this is the result. This way, the pattern we created in the previous round still remains. And now we simply continue working. Another round of single crochets. So I start working in the round, entering here into these 2 loops, which are basically the initial starting ones. Yarn over and make the first single crochet. Let's continue and always do a round of single crochets, and then we'll show you how to proceed. Here is the result after the second round of single crochets. You can see that the base is really starting to separate from the body of our bag, right? And now we actually start working the basket stitch. So I'm at this point. You see where we have our marker? Stitches, exactly at the closing point of the previous rounds. So now I basically have to make a first elongated stitch. Elongated single crochet. So instead of inserting the hook into the regular single crochet and picking up this loop, I go under here into the stitch from the previous round, yarn over. I pull the yarn up nice and long, yarn over again, and close both loops. This is how the elongated stitch is formed. Alternate with a regular single crochet like this, and then again an elongated stitch. So I don't go into these 2 loops here, but I insert the hook into the stitch below, pull up a long loop and close. Single. Single crochet, elongated, very simple, right from the very first rounds. And we continue and show how to work the next one. And then that's how we created our entire panel. With the first round, you can already start to see a bit of the result, but it will obviously become more visible in the following rounds. Let's do the last stitch, which in this case is an elongated single crochet. So we insert the hook here into the center of the stitch. We go into the base of the stitch. Yarn over and pull through, and that's how we finish the round. Now these following rounds will go pretty much on their own, because here we need to make a single crochet where there is the elongated one. We'll make a single crochet, and instead where we have the single crochet, we'll make a stitch. Just an elongated stitch. Be sure to insert the hook into the base of the stitch and continue like this for the following rounds. Then we'll show you the finished result, including the last round. This is what it will look like. This is our bag, which is starting to take shape with the basket stitch. We've reached exactly the starting point where we had our stitch marker, and we've come all the way up here. In total, we've done 9 rounds of basket stitch. However, we've added these stitch markers as symmetrically and centrally as possible, both on this side and on the other. And we've left 8 stitches of distance between one stitch marker and the other. Now we continue working and keep making these basket stitches. So I'll go on with the pattern for a bit longer. I am going to finish the round right here with 1 regular single crochet stitch and then 1 final elongated stitch to complete it. Then another single stitch. Here we do the elongated stitch. And we make a total of 13 chains. These here, and now we basically insert the crochet hook here into the stitch marker. As you can see, we need to make a single crochet because it corresponds to an elongated stitch. So we make the single crochet, and continue alternating simple single crochets and elongated stitches. And on the other side where we have the stitch marker, we do the same there as well. Another 13 chains to finish the round. You see, we have the handle on both sides, and now we'll do the very last round. So I've reached this point by continuing with basket stitches. Now we'll make single crochets around the handle to reinforce it. And that's it, here underneath with the crochet hook, and I close. I make a total of 13. And that is exactly how we operate and work, like this. This is the result of the other round, and this is the handle ready. Now simply we lengthen the yarn and cut it to make an invisible closure. We see the excess, pull this little thread to the other side and insert the crochet hook. From here I yarn over and pull it all the way through, then insert the crochet hook here into the starting chains, pulling the yarn and drag it through. And that's how we've made our closure. Now we turn it over and make some small internal knots to secure the yarn. The bag is then ready.
With the final seam finished, this will be your exact result. If you followed all the steps, especially if you used the yarn we recommended, which you can find on our online shop. It's the Prime ribbon yarn, and this is the fuchsia color. So I'll say goodbye for now, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.